Hello, sir. My name is Injunyu. Now, I would like to present my assignment. Title is Machine Conditioning Monitoring and Fault Diagnosis in Gear. First of all, is the introduction. The machine condition monitoring and fault diagnostic can be defined as the technical activity which selected physical parameters associated with machinery operation are observed for the purpose of determining machinery integrity. This definition means that during machine conditioning monitoring and fault diagnosis, it must also be considered in the broader factory environment operating. The data collection and display format will be discussed with emphasis on standard.
Name is Fatimah Zahra B0771710726. So here I want to present about common gear failure or problem on a gear condition. First problem is tooth bending fatigue on a gear. Tooth bending fatigue is the most common mode of failure in gear, which is from cracking under repeated stress below the ultimate tensile strength of the gear. Notches, groove, surface discontinuities, and material imperfection will decrease the stress that can be withstood for a fixed number of cycles. Fatigue life can be extended by maximizing the ultimate tensile strength of the material. Resistance to bending fatigue can be increased by achieving an adequate heat treatment. In a conclusion, clean steel should be used in the manufacturing of gear to optimize fatigue life. The second problem that may occur on a gear is tooth bending impact. Tooth bending impact is often the result because of a shock loading condition when a gear tooth will yield due to a bending stress which exceeds the yield strength of the material. So to address this issue, the gear material should have adequate tensile strength, yield strength, and ductility to survive severe conditions. The mechanical properties are dependent on the chosen material and the heat treatment of the gear. Third problem is abrasive tooth wear. Abrasion occurs when material is removed or displaced due to the presence of hard particle. Contoh zarah keras yang dimaksudkan di sini adalah serpihan logam, kerak, karat, pasir dan juga serbuk kasar. Walaupun abrasive wear is primarily controlled by maintaining a gear system with minimal contamination, material still play as a main role. Contohnya, serpihan haus yang dihasilkan secara dalaman dapat dikurangkan dengan menggunakan gigi gear yang dikeraskan permukaan melalui carburizing ataupun nitriding. Next, other failure mode is micropitting due to Hertzian fatigue contact stress, which crack initiate at the surface or subsurface of the gear tooth. Crack will propagate toward the pitch line and away from the sliding direction. So using high strength steel as well as surface hardening via carburizing or nitriding can also reduce micropitting.
Assalamualaikum and good evening. My name is Khairul Amri Benno. Metric number B0717100023. Okay, today I will present about how to avoid gear from problem. There are many common problems related to gears. Gears usually fail because of normal problems caused by use or maintenance. Over the lifespan of any piece of equipment, components will wear and fail without proper maintenance. Next, there are several common problems of the gear and how to measure counter of this problem. Number 1, moderate wear and tear. This damage of moderate wear and tear caused by insufficient lubricated on the gearbox. Scheduling regular inspections to catch potential contact damage early is also beneficial. Use the original and genuine gearbox oil and make sure this oil in good and clean condition. Number 2, excessive wear and tear. Abrasive wear appears as radius scratch groove and other marks that identify contact wear. The lubrication causes abrasion to the gear surfaces, which can result in increased noise, efficiency downgrades, and even gearbox failure. This type of gear damage can be prevented by replacing lubricant and keeping lubricant clean. Number 3, corrosion. Corrosive wear is a type of chemical breakdown process that can cause gear failure, whereas the lubricant is expired or broken down. The chemical detritus that remain will eat away the metal in the gears and can cause corrosion. This corrosion can be prevented by using new lubricants that prevent oil from breaking down. Number 4, frosting. Frosting is the appearance of micro pits on the surface of a gear. This problem is caused by the heat breaks down the lubrication film. Regular inspection, maintenance, and temperature checks are critical for preventing frosting. Next, preventive and predictive maintenance of the transmission and gearbox. To make sure the gearbox running in good condition without any problem, preventive and predictive maintenance are required to ensure the machine and gearbox running smoothly without any problem. These steps of prevention are required. Number 1, always check the transmission fluid level and color of the fluid gear due to condition and mileage of the machine. Number 2, use the correct type of fluid gear and oil. There are 3 types of gear oil. The first one is ATF. ATF is meaning automatic transmission fluid. The second one is CVTF, which is continuous variable transmission fluid. And the third is MTF, manual transmission fluid. The third is do not Overfill the gear oil. Always check the gear oil level on the dipstick. The fourth is avoid excess heat in transmission to increase the lifespan of the transmission and gearbox.
Now, as a conclusion, machine conditioning monitoring is useful because it can avoid unplanned downtime and also allow the machine maintenance to be scheduled or other action to be taken to prevent consequential damage. There's four gear condition problem is stated in this assignment, which is tooth bending fatigue, tooth bending impact, abrasive tooth wear, and other failures such as micro-pitting. Besides that, the definition of fatigue diagnostic of gear can be systemized somewhat by taking into account the form of characteristic defect frequency produced. There are also have four fault diagnostic on gear, which is unbalanced, misalignment, mechanical looseness, and rubs. There are many common problems related to gear, such as moderate wear and tear, excessive wear and tear, corrosion, and frosting, and we have stated how to avoid gear problem. The last part is to make sure the gearbox running in good condition without any problem. The preventive and predictive maintenance are required.